What's going on, guys? Nukadon here, and welcome back to another video, where today I will be going over my Licia Sanguine Tribune EDH deck. So what Licia is a 5 mana in Mardu for a 4/4 first strike lifelink, where you can pay 5 to put 3 +1/+1 counters on her. You can only activate this ability on your turn, and only once each turn, but she does cost 1 less to cast for each 1 life you've gained this turn. It's just a really good commander, especially if you have entire synergies going for her. So just to get it over with, we'll go through the lands. We have basic, just a bunch of basic lands, but then we do have Concealed Courtyard, Rakdos Carnarium, Orzhov Basilica, Boros Garrison, Bloodfell Caves, Dragon Skull Summit, Forsaken Sanctuary, Stone Quarry, Orzhov Guildgate, Windscarred Crag, Mystifying Maze, which would be a Maze of Ith if it didn't cost so much, Boros Guildgate, and Radiant Fountain, which is good synergy with Licia. Then we can move on to the ramp. There's one card that's not ramp until you get it going, but it's still good, which is Dowsing Dagger, because there are a bunch of whenever a creature enters the battlefield synergies, or whenever a creature dies, gain 1 life. So we have Thaumatic Compass, Darksteel Ingot, Rakdos Signet, Thran Dynamo, Soul Ring, Warm Power Stone, and Pristine Talisman for the ramp. Pristine Talisman is really good because it enables pretty much tapping for 2 mana for Licia. So it's just really good. For our artifacts and enchantments, we have Azur's Gateway to filter cards, Blind Obedience, Authority of the Consuls, Ashes of the Abhorrent, Curse of Vitality, Well of Lost Dreams, which does draw many cards if you get a lot of life gain going, Sanguine Bond, which could be a win con, Aetherflux Reservoir, which can be a win con, Axis of Mortality, which can gain us a lot of life, Swiftfoot Boots to protect Licia, and Eternal Thirst to give to a creature to make it stronger. So those are it for the artifacts and enchantments. Now we can move on to the removal. So for the removal, we have Profane Procession, because it exiles, Merciless Eviction, because it exiles, Swords to Plowshares, because we are able to exile our own creature and gain a lot of life, especially if it's a Sarah avatar, so we pretty much double our life if we exile Sarah avatar. Then we have Golden Demise, to destroy indestructible creatures, Terminate, Vraska's Contempt, because it gains 2 life and also exiles a creature, Rakdos Charm, because it's graveyard and artifact hate, and also Swarm creature hate, because that hurts our deck a little bit if someone has a lot of creatures that can just swarm out. So it is good to be able to have counter that. Go for the Throat, Nev's Disc, Essence Extraction, because it does gain 3 life and it's equal. You gain 3 life and you deal 3 damage to a creature. Disrupt Decorum, because it's fun to just watch people attack each other. Lightning Helix, because it's a net gain. You gain 3 life and it also does 3 damage to target creature or player. Moment of Craving, to kill indestructible creatures and gain 2 life. Chaos Warp, to get rid of big problems. Consuming Vapors, because it gains a bunch of life, and also with that rebound, it gains even more life. Return to Dust, artifact and enchantment hate. Necromantic Selection, which is a board wipe. And Decree of Pain, which is another board wipe, and if we don't need to, we can just cycle it and cycle it and give -2/-2 to all creatures and draw a card. Then for just the cards that help with it, or the filler cards, So we have Survival Cash, which does go off of the life gains, which is in the life gain synergy because it gains 2 life, and if you have more life than a single opponent, so it's really good if it's 4 people in a commander game or more, because you're more likely to draw a card. Vampire Nighthawk, because it is flying, death touch, and lifelink, and it's just really good for 3. Tavern Swindler, because it's fun to flip coins. Tithe Drinker, because it can gain a bunch of life in the long run, especially with Extort. Inspiring Cleric, because you can gain 4 life. Filigree Familiar, because it draws a card and gains you life. Angel of Mercy, because you can gain 3 life from it. Sangromancer, because you gain a bunch of life from this. Wall of Essence, because if you're blocking like a gigantic creature, you're gaining a gigantic amount of life. Firemane Angel, because it gains life in the graveyard and on the battlefield. Famished Paladin, because there are a bunch of infinite combos with it. I don't currently have any in this deck, but there might become one eventually. Oathsworn Vampire, because it's good at recurring from the graveyard, especially in this deck where it has life gain each and every turn. Paladin of Atonement, because in the long run it can get big and gain you a lot of life. We have Corpse Augur to draw cards, Phyrexian Rager to draw cards, and Dusk Legion Zealot to draw cards. Then to wrap up this part, we have a Johnny's Pride Mate, which is really good because we're gaining life every single turn and multiple times in a turn. So it's getting bigger every single turn and multiple times in a turn. Then for some of the more cards are Crested Sunmare, which has some really good synergies with the Soul Sisters, so Soul's Attendant and Soul Warden, because you can get a bunch of 5/5 indestructible horses each and every turn. We have Sarah Ascendant, which is a really good turn 1 play. Turn 1 you can have a 6/6 flying lifelink, which is just crazy. Sarah Avatar, which is what I was talking about before, because it is equal to your life, its power and toughness is equal to your life total. So you could have a 7 mana 40/40. Then we have Feldar Sovereign, which, just to wrap it all up, at the beginning of your upkeep, if you have 40 or more life, you win the game. This is one of the only win cons, but there are a couple more, like Aetherflux Reservoir and Sarah Angel, or Sarah Avatar. And also Licia can be a win con because you can get her gigantic. So yeah, that's the video. Thanks for watching, and if you guys want to see more of my videos, just comment down below. If you want to see another deck tech, because I do have a Dorn the Siege Tower EDH deck that if you guys want to see, just comment down below and I can post it. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you guys next time.